And while we're on the topic of the Oregon Legislature, let's get to some of your thoughts on our big story last night, detailing the failure of the big transportation funding package. Because lawmakers failed to fund ODOT, at least for the next 2 years that is, the agency and the governor say that 600 to 700 employees will be laid off this month, one of the largest, if not the largest, state layoffs in Oregon history. The governor could call lawmakers back for a special session to get something done for transportation to potentially save some of those jobs, but so far, she has not done that. In the meantime, we got a good mix of reaction from you. Bill wrote to us saying, "Ludicrous. This part-time legislature has failed. Fire them all, both sides. Governor Kotek, call them back or fire them all." Okay. Allison chimed in saying, "As a taxpayer, I am totally in shock that our elected lawmakers cannot come together long enough to pass this. How dare they let this bill fail and have this unbelievable 600 to 700 employee layoff occur? Not only will this layoff greatly affect these dedicated employees who will no longer have their income, but the entire state will be greatly impacted by this." And here's what Britt wrote. "As a rider of public transportation, I feel very let down. While there may be financial benefits to this, layoffs of ODOT employees will harm the city. Frankly, I don't see people willing to work together for us. Interesting aspect is I see the same people who voted against this will eventually deal with the same outcomes." But we did hear from many of you regarding the ODOT layoffs who told us it's about time.
What I have seen historically through Oregon and the Department of Transportation is we have too many employees there already. It is top heavy, and no matter how much money the state of Oregon gives the Department of Transportation, they never seem to get the work done. Every year they've got a different excuse, and all they want is more money. So I think we're to a point that the legislature did what was correct this time. I just think that Oregon is taxing ourselves to death.
Don wrote in saying, "I'm sorry for the employees that will be laid off if the layoffs really happen. ODOT needs streamlining. Voters have erred, in my opinion, by voting one-party rule for so long that so many administrators are locked into jobs and they have no checks on them. Their jobs are so secure that they do not answer to anybody." And we'll end on this one from John. "A day of reckoning was inevitable. Politicians and agency bureaucrats have gotten so used to voters that were willing to provide approval for raising taxes to offset the out-of-control spending they believed there would be no limit on their bad management. Now it's time to wake up."